the ethics office is a team. They've done a lot for the city, and the audits have been helpful in helping us to get our practices better and do things in the city. So I just needed to say that. So thank you for indulging.
Absolutely, Council President. All right, we are going to move on to our final session. That's the Atlanta Citizen Review Board. We have with us our Executive Director, Samuel Reed II. I will let Mr. Reed introduce other members of his team who we may have with him today, and I will turn over the mic to you, Mr. Reed, for your presentation. We may be having a little technical difficulty, so if everybody will just bear with us, we will get Mr. Reed online. All right, we're just going to wait a minute or two for Atlanta Citizen Review Board to be ready for their presentation. I do believe Mr. Reed will have with him today Atlanta Citizen Review Board Investigations Manager, Sheena Robertson, and Project Manager, Nyola Smith, and we're just going to give a few more minutes for them to get on the line and kick off the presentation.
Are you able to hear? This is Sheena Robertson. Are you able to hear me?
I can hear you, Ms. Robertson. Thank you.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
And if we are having technical difficulties and we need to reschedule, we can do that, but let's just give it a few more minutes.
Okay. This is Nyola Smith.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. I believe I just got a message that Mr. Reed should be able to get into the line now.
Hi, this is Samuel Reed. Hello?
Thank you so much, Mr. Reed. Thank you, Mr. Reed. You are with us, and I'm going to turn it over to you to give your budget presentation.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Chair. Distinguished council members, the administration, and citizens of Atlanta. My name is Samuel Lee Reed II. I am the Executive Director of the Atlanta Citizen Review Board. With me today are Nyola Smith, Project Manager, and Sheena Robertson, Investigations Manager. Before I get started, I want to thank the Atlanta City Council and Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and her administration for the continued support of the ACRB and civilian oversight in Atlanta. The ACRB is within the administration's objective of safe, welcoming, inclusive city. The ACRB's mission is to provide credible, fair, and independent investigations of and decisions on citizen complaints against Atlanta police and corrections officers. We promote the highest standards of officer conduct in order to improve and maintain citizen confidence in the city's law enforcement department. Now, the agency has three core functions that support the accomplishment of the mission: investigations, mediations, and community engagement. Our FY21 proposed budget is $940,940, which reflects an increase of $23,291. This budget will allow the agency to continue its mission effectively. The ACRB has demonstrated every year to be able to work within its budget to accomplish its needs. This proposed budget supports our current operation, and with the coordinated use of social media, our website, and the agency vehicles, we will be able to serve the needs of the community. Now, looking at FY21, we will increase our focus on social media and building strategic relationships with individuals and community organizations. We also increase the use of the agency vehicles when the city opens back up. Two of the biggest changes we will undertake in FY21 are redesigning our website and releasing a mobile-friendly version of the website. Lastly, we look forward to continuing discussions with the APD to include the department in the ACRB mediation program, which we believe will offer savings to the APD. With the challenges presented during the COVID pandemic, few opportunities have emerged that will have lasting impact on the agency. Those opportunities have been in the areas of employee development training and planning and implementing a robust social media strategy. Now I want to turn to the ACRB operations. The board currently has 11 members comprised of the residents of the city of Atlanta. They are primarily responsible for making decisions on staff-completed investigations and making recommendations to the chief, which you all received copies of. These members, under the leadership of Board Chair Celia Houston Torrance, have demonstrated their commitment to serving the citizens of Atlanta by attending additional board meetings and participating in community outreach above and beyond what is required of them. We recently honored one of our members with the Ivory Lee Young Jr. Award because of her exemplary community outreach. We had the honor of having council member's young sister, Vanessa Manley, present the award to board member Tracy McDaniel. Now, the ACRB has 9 staff members who are responsible for the day-to-day operations and supporting the board. As mentioned earlier about the 3 core functions of the agency, I want to just speak briefly on those functions and talk about our metrics. Starting with the investigations, the unit has 4 staff members who are responsible for receiving, assessing, and investigating citizen complaints. We started out 2019 with the addition of 2 investigative staff, and were able to make a significant reduction in the investigative timeline that had increased due to the backlog of cases from the 2018 cyber attack and the lack of investigators. If we could pull up the first slide, I will discuss our performance measures based on the calendar year 2019. As you will notice, nearly every measure had a significant increase in the previous year. Most notably, the percentage rise of completed investigations and board adjudicated complaints. This is due to the increase in the investigative staff and having 2 additional special board meetings during 2019. The largest percentage increase was in the board sustained complaints of 64%. This was due in large part to the availability of body-worn cameras. Without a doubt, the cameras have certainly made a difference. You also notice that the one arrow pointing down in the table reflects the decrease in the number of days to complete a full investigation. This reduction is important because it allows the citizens to receive redress and closure to the incident sooner. Another major improvement was the increase in the APD's percentage of agreement on ACRB sustained complaints, going from 17% to 31%. I can gladly say that the most recent check on the percentage of agreement is up to 41% on the cases sent to the APD during 2019, with 9 decisions outstanding. Our second core function, being our mediation program, is designed to offer citizens and officers the opportunity to meet face-to-face to discuss an incident with the assistance of a qualified mediator. The program is going well, and we have received positive feedback from citizens and officers. Our hope is that in the foreseeable future, we will have a joint mediation program with the APD. Lastly, our third core function, community engagement, is very active. We participated in over 150 community outreach activities, including kicking off our fourth art and essay contest, and we wrapped up our police interaction quiz with Council President Moore, giving the grand prize to the contest winner. The quiz presented Fourth Amendment issues in a fun and informative way for citizens to learn more about their rights. Staff also conducted 20 Know Your Rights trainings during the year. We also partnered with the Fraser Center and the APD to discuss ways to best serve the developmentally disabled community. Other coalition building activities that we're excited about include partnerships with various local colleges and universities and the criminal justice departments. We have 3 board meetings in the communities around the city, which is a continuation of our commitment to bring the ACRB directly to the people. I'm mentioning these activities because we are constantly seeking opportunities to learn and share with the community. While the ACRB has done a great job perfecting our work, the agency understands that correcting systemic issues involved in officer accountability requires another committee. So if you, in the future, if you have any community events that we can participate in, we would gladly do so. One of the things that we are most proud of in 2019 was the addition of the agency vehicles. As you can see from the picture, it's a very colorful type vehicle, and we are one of the only oversight agencies in the country that have an agency-themed vehicles. That's due to the support of the administration and council. With the addition of mobile units, we are able to increase our direct contact with the citizens, from talking with citizens to handing out information. Moving on to our budget, which is our third slide and last slide, is a brief table of the FY21 budget changes. The net budget increase, as I mentioned earlier, is $23,291. With that, this concludes our presentation. And again, I want to thank the council, the administration, the board, ACRB volunteers, and my great staff for your continued support of the ACRB. At this time, I will gladly answer any questions you may have. Thank you for the opportunity to present.
Thank you so much, Mr. Reed. All right, let me see if I have any council members lined up for questions. You did a very thorough report, so it may be that we don't. Council members, if anybody has a question for Mr. Reed and his team, send me a message. All right, I am not seeing anybody lined up for questions, so thank you so much, Mr. Reed, for the work that you and every member of the team of the Atlanta Citizen Review Board does. It's a very important function for our city. We're happy to see that you should be able to continue with all that good work in the proposed fiscal year 2021 budget. We're going to wrap this up a few minutes early then, since I haven't heard.
The system has detected that a minimum number of lines are connected to this conference. Do you want to continue your meeting?
Yes.
All right. Having a little IT problem right there. But
okay.
Yes, we are going to finish a few minutes early today. As far as next week, we will, Monday, of course, is Memorial Day, so we, say thank you to the families of all the brave men and women who've given their lives for our country. Everybody have an enjoyable Memorial Day and stay safe. We will not have budget hearings on Tuesday or Wednesday. We will be back online on Thursday beginning at 10 a.m. where we'll hear from our unions. There'll be 4 presentations from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that is it as far as budget hearings. for next week. So hearing no questions from Mr. Reed, I will say thank you to all of the departments that presented today. These were very informative, well-organized reports. I think we're beginning to have a good feel for this year's budget, and I will give everybody the last 11 minutes of the time that we allotted today back, and everybody have a wonderful, safe weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.